What's up, everybody? This is Phil from Zaid Comics. Thank you all for tuning in. It is Sunday, I think. What is it? The 30th of the month. And we are back with another interview talking about an awesome comic that is closing soon, as you guys seen from the thumbnail and the title. We'll be talking to Preston today. Let's see what we got in the chat. We got Skip Edwards, Edwin the Ace, what's up? And Ben, of course, Ben Jackson of Roken. Check out Roken and the Ace, which are on Indiegogo right now. And I guess, oh, here he is. Preston was here, but then here he is.
Totally screwed that one up, didn't I?
Oh, man.
I went to hit the wrong button. I was going to minimize the window and I hit X instead of,
That's okay.
Totally shut the whole thing down.
It's okay. You've been streaming a lot lately.
I have, but I've been doing not really promotional streams. Promotion streams. I've been doing just live art, just doing art stuff, because I got a lot of work to do, and I was like, and I finally got my desk set up with like the selfie lamp and shit like that,
Oh yeah.
So I got my 4K camera hooked up to it, so it's perfectly positioned over my desk to go ahead and stream that way, So that's what I've been doing, and I've been like, that was the whole purpose of my channel to begin with. I never wanted to do like political stuff or anything like that. I always was supposed to be art. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. What are you doing, Zaid?
Just chilling, man. I had work today and wanted to get you on here to talk about Nine Devils, man.
Holy shit, I can't hear you.
Closing up. You can't hear me? Can other people hear me?
Okay, I think it was me.
Oh, it's probably your headphones got unplugged. All right, cool. Oh, we got Eric. Eric's in the chat too. What's up, Eric? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Nine Devils. I've just been working. I've been writing. I actually been lettering a lot too. So I'm caught up on my letters for Magic Cop 2. I just need to
lettering takes a while. Like that's not it's one of the most unappreciated parts of making comics.
Yeah. Yesterday I actually did a lettering stream because I was bored and I'm like, oh, I got to letter a page. So no one else was streaming and I could tell. So I hopped on, did a little stream. I had like 20 views or something at one point. So it was pretty cool. Showing little lettering tips. But like, I don't know about you, when I'm working and streaming at the same time, like when I'm lettering and streaming, it takes me longer to get a page done because, I'm trying to talk at the same time and stuff.
No, actually, believe it or not, I found myself being more focused because for one, I'm used to being observed while I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like because of airbrush. Like whenever I used to do cars and stuff like that, I would start out with just like the customer watch me, then some people from the shop, and then just pedestrians. And before I know it, I'm working. I turn around, there's a crowd of people like all around me while I'm working. And at first, it was a little like it threw me a little bit, but after a while, it was like no big deal, But I mean, a lot of people are courteous too. Like they're like, "Hey, you mind if I watch?" And I'm like,
sure.
"Yeah, yes, of course you can watch."
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, what happens is I get caught up in having a conversation or going off on a rant while I'm working, because the chat like it inspires me to do stuff like that while I'm working, and I don't know if I move faster, but I think I'm more focused, because I'm not stopping and I'm not getting bored. You know what I'm saying? Like because it keeps like I've always been the type of person where one half of my brain's going to be working on a page and the other half's going to be twiddling its thumbs. You know what I'm saying? And that other half, if it gets bored enough, it's going to take me away from doing the page. So I used to like occupy it by playing music, but then music became like kind of bored, and then it was audiobooks, and audiobooks kind of did the trick. The problem with that is that the audiobook has to be super engaging for me to kind of, have my attention taken up by it. Right. So this is a great alternative. Like when I don't have one of those really, really good audiobooks, I could just stream and have the chat like talk to me while I'm working, And and then sometimes I bring on guests too. Like when I've been doing Brian's 6-Gun Gorilla pages, Brian will come on and like start talking about 6-Gun Gorilla. The only thing I don't like to do is talk about politics. You know what I'm saying? Like
I never like
art. Yeah, exactly. We can stick to art. And I'm even open to current events with art, like what's going on with like heavy metal and what's going on with like Marvel at the time and stuff like that. But I don't have a lot of input with Marvel or DC because I don't collect modern Marvel or modern DC comics. So,
right. Well, yeah. Well, before we get into Nine Devils, like you were talking about, you used to do airbrushing and stuff on like bikes and cars and things. And, brought up heavy metal with that crazy, stupid heavy metal stuff that's going on right now. I saw this going through Twitter, some pieces that you submitted to heavy metal back in the day.
About 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know if there's a timestamp on there. I know it wasn't 2020 when
2016 on the signature right here.
Yeah, but that might have been an old painting that I used to go ahead and just mock up as a heavy metal cover.
Yeah.
They had a heavy metal cover contest.
Mm-hmm.
And I submitted 3 different. You could submit as many times as you want. So I just took a bunch of paintings, that were heavy metal worthy, and just that was a commission. That was during my days when I was practicing, like trying to get really good at painting. So I was doing $100 commission specials, and that was one of $100 commissions. And so I just took a bunch of stuff that I thought was like heavy metalish, and I put it out there. Of course, it never happened. Like they never picked up on it because I think the whole thing was kind of a scam. Like that heavy metal was doing the
missions.
Yeah, but it was crazy. Like, I don't even know who won it, to be quite honest. I know I did.
Yeah. No, this is cool though, because I don't think I've seen these before. I wanted to show the audience stuff.
Dude, I totally fucking forgot about those. Like, completely forgot about it. I was like,
yeah,
oh shit! It's like, look at this. This is awesome.
Yeah, and this is the vibe that heavy metal used to be. Now they're talking back to their fans and stuff. I mean, I have some heavy, like Bisley cover heavy metal stuff, totally, and especially with this Babe, this last demon chick that you did. That's their whole thing, man. It's sci-fi fantasy out there. Adult content where sophisticated.
Well, this whole thing is exactly what happened at Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's exactly what happened at Marvel. Like, when CG first started. Mm-hmm. This is the reason why CG started.
Right. Yeah, and for people out there that don't know what's going on, heavy metal got backlash for covering up one of their most iconic characters. The one from, what's her name, Tarna.
Yeah, Tarna. Tarna's one of the most iconic. I actually met Chris Achilles, the creator of Tarna.
Yeah, and she's in the heavy metal movie. She's the chick in the bikini with the big sword, the white hair.
Well, that's the thing about heavy metal is that now they're saying like you aren't you're not grown up enough to look at a chick completely dressed. You see, when I was collecting heavy metal, you collected heavy metal because it was mature content. You know what I'm saying? You had to be an adult to look at it. Right. And it's not like it was porno. Like porn. It wasn't Penthouse. It was all handled. Like if there was a nude scene or if there was a sex scene, it was part of the story. It wasn't just that's the story sex scene in there, Mobius did a bunch of stories for heavy metal. Yeah. That's one of my favorite covers too.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite Biz covers. And then this another Biz one. Action, Fact. So that's the reason.
Yeah, me and you both, we're huge Bisley fans. And I don't know if you have it, but I got the Fact 2 like movie adaptation that Bisley did. Like the whole book is just Bisley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
and awesome. It's so badass, dude. Like I think you could you know what? I think I got it on sale on Heavy Metal's website. I think I got it for like $5 or something.
Dude, yeah. So this whole controversy thing came up, and a few like last month I ordered that Bisley cover heavy metal. It came, but I also ordered 3 comics from them, which is the Brooklyn Gladiator that Bisley did.
How was that anyway?
They never showed up, and I tried to email them and I haven't heard anything back, so I don't know if they're just not going to come ever. So.
Let me know how that is, because like that's like they're pulling like kind of shenanigans with all that kind of shit. Like they'll put like, you see, the whole reason heavy metal was cool back in the day is because it wasn't mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that the mainstream was about, heavy metal was the exact opposite. Down to the artist and everything like that. Like Richie Corbin would have never made it into mainstream comics ever. Right. And he did towards the end of his life. He did like a Ghost Rider issue, like 2 issues, but they never had the appreciation for Richie Corbin that heavy metal had for Richie Corbin. Yeah. And once Eastman sold heavy metal, once heavy metal got into the hands of a corporation, then it was over with. I mean, I think they have one of the heads of Hasbro that got fired from Hasbro is now the publisher of heavy metal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Hasbro. And on their website, if you go to their website, they have they have Justice League cartoons, like advertising Justice League cartoons at the bottom, And like Heavy Metal 300, I showed everybody, like on the back of it, it's got the Teen Titans Go advertisement.
Oh yeah, they're just taking money from anywhere they can get it at that point.
It's garbage, dude.
Yeah, that's sad, man. It sucks that these companies forget where they came from and why they did so well. It sucks. But this is why we do what we do, and why your artwork, I think, is so popular. And like everybody's raving in the chat about these paintings.
Those are old paintings too. Like those. Like one of them was a complete reject. The one with the I was going to do a 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse set, and the guy on the horse was going to be War. you know?
Yeah.
And nobody liked it. Like they didn't like my design for war. And I was like, dude, I fucking love that design. What are you, crazy? Yeah. In fact, I'm going to carry that design over to Nine Devils because I liked it so much. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Nine Devils, let's check out the campaign. So this was a book that was already completed and you had copies of that you wanted to it was kind of a good way to promote a future project that you were doing. Because I know you're going to continue with this and do another Nine Devils book.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what I'm offering on there too, when I finally decided to cancel the project, I want to do one more perk, you know, after finishing all those covers. Like I really enjoy doing those covers. The sketch covers, the 12 sketch covers.
I have one right here. This one.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And, so the thing with those sketch covers is let me regress a little bit. Like, so after I finished those, I was kind of relieved, but then I was like, well, you know, I still want to do more shit like this. Right. So I was like, I figured I'd create one more perk, you know, and it's the non-by-non perk. So it's non-commissions to celebrate the end of Non-Devils, like the end of the campaign. Right. Yeah. So now don't get confused. This is not, and it's the featured perk. So it's $200. You get a copy of Non-Devils, and you also get a commission. And the commission is going to be, it's going to be pretty close to the size of a comic backboard. Yeah. Because I'm going to make it as big as possible where it could still fit inside of a Gemini mailer. And so far I've sold one of them, and this is I started doing it. I'm going to do it live, like do the whole thing live on my channel. Oh yeah, cool. And this is Captain Burdew from fucking what's the name of that air? He's part of the Rebel. He's one of the Rebel commanders, and it's going to be completely rendered like this when it's finished. It's going to be in watercolor and acrylics. So, damn. Yeah. So it's, you know, and part of this is also for me to warm up and get ready to start painting the 8 pages I got to do for I think it's Testament. Yeah. Yeah. And I also am getting ready to do the painted pages for the new Non-Devils. Nice. Because I got to build my speed up and get the process down. And the only way to do that is practice, you know. Dude, yeah,
it's amazing. And that's why you're one of my favorite artists that I know, man, because you're so versatile.
You're one of my favorites, too.
No, but you could tell you have a passion for this stuff because you explore so many mediums. Like just hearing that you did like old biker gas tanks and stuff, that's so cool. You know, to have that experience. I know you're getting into tattooing now, which is something new.
Yeah, that's a blast, dude. Like
yeah, it seems like you're just exploring.
The only thing I don't like is shaving dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta shave dudes.
That's weird. You need like an assistant for that.
I know, right? I gotta get some dude.
Dude, I saw the piece you did, and I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool piece. And then I started watching Altered Carbon, and I'm like, oh, that's from isn't that from Altered Carbon? Like that tattoo?
That was from a book called The Wheel of Time. Like the guy who wanted that tattoo he's a big fan of The Wheel of Time, right? By Robert Jordan. Yeah. And he regrets. and he like that was an image inside of the book, you know, of the serpent eating its own tail and in the infinity symbol.
I never seen that before. They used that in the intro to this show called Altered Carbon, and it's in the same.
I watched that show. I never noticed. I got to check that out, dude. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
It's on the same spot of the neck too. It's like right.
Really?
Back. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm like, holy.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, I've never seen that image, you know. Yeah. But I was like, okay, you know, and it was good practice for lawn work. Mm-hmm. But to be very, very honest with you, that's not what I want to do with tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Like you've seen that Capricorn image that I posted in the Doc Salem chat. I think I posted it in Doc Salem chat. So, that's where I want.
I saw that. I remember yours. Yeah. It's like the mermaid thing.
That's what I want to do in tattooing. I want to do super realism, kind of like what I do on canvases. You know, I want to do on people, and I mean that's why to be very honest with you, that's why they hired me to work at the tattoo shop, and
Yeah.
that's why they're willing to put out all this money to train me, is to get me to where I can do that. And I'm moving at an accelerated rate too, like, which is cool, you know. Like I told him I can't spend 2 years like apprenticing.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, dude. Like, I got time for that.
No, that's cool that you're able to balance that, practicing that and doing all this kick-ass art. I know you're doing a 6-on Gorilla right now, and those pages were awesome. If you guys haven't subscribed to Preston's channel, definitely do so you can see him doing some sick work. I'm
going to be doing some more work with 6 Gun
wants to know
next week to finish it up.
Who is this guy?
Eddie Winkler.
Yeah.
That dude, he's been stalking me so bad. I think he's got a thing for me, to be quite honest.
I know, yeah, he's a weird one. But let's look at this campaign page.
So that's what I'm doing for the 9x9.
Yeah, that's this perk right here.
Commissions, like, it's not. Don't get confused. It's not a sketch cover. These aren't. I'm out of sketch covers. These are straight up just commissions. No, what makes these better and what makes them not as good as the sketch covers is that it's not going to be wraparounds like the sketch covers were.
Right.
But what makes it as good or better than what the sketch covers was that it's not going to be done in color pencil. It's going to be done in acrylics, watercolor, and everything that I use to render my painted work. What's up, Jamie?
Yeah, what's up, Jamie? It's good to see you.
That's a regular on your show, Jamie.
I found she was in the Otten Stuff show from like Sean and Joe Sontag. She hangs out over there, and yeah, she's cool. She's in the chats now, which is awesome. Awesome to see. Eric dropping some links here. Thanks, brother. So what's this book kind of and universe about, Preston?
Non-Devils, I actually came up with it while I was fucked up on drugs. But it was legal. Like it was after surgery. So and I was playing Darksiders too, Death.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I was like, it'd be cool, because I couldn't draw at that point. I thought like I was going to have this surgery. I was going to have all this time off to recover, and I was going to be able to do all this artwork. It didn't work out that way. Yeah. I was really fucked up, like in the healing process with that. I was like, fuck, dude. So I just sat there playing video games, and I was like, yeah, and my mind just started wondering. I was like, it'd be really cool is to do if there was non-devils, like the keepers of the 9 gates of hell, right. These non-devils was like they decided they were tired of waiting, and they just invaded Earth. And like Death, one of the keepers of the gates, that entered, Earth, he was like, this ain't happening. So he chose an avatar to go ahead and battle the non-devils, and it takes place in the future, like after an apocalyptic event where the non-devils came to Earth and just started slaughtering everybody in their wake. And so now people travel by airships, and they capture prisoners like in these cages. They almost look like iron bird cages.
Yeah,
and they're
crazy.
Yeah, like I want to go complete like fucking crazy with the tech and everything like that. And so yeah, but they capture these people, and they're used as sacrifices in the arena to entertain the devils. And Fane is one of those people. Yeah, it's a pretty good story. I got halfway through issue 2 before I realized that I wasn't a talented enough writer to go ahead and complete the story. Mm-hmm. So I shelved it. And then when I started putting out when I started doing Doc Salem and putting out Rockabilly Road Trip, I took that off the shelf and was like, also I got this, and then Brian approached me about like bringing non-devils back. And I was like, okay, because Brian, like he did a deep dive into ancient Sumerian culture and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, I can apply a lot of this to non-devils. So I was like, all right, let's do it, And so he rewrote the whole thing. I got the script. We rebuilt the world and all that kind of stuff. We're keeping some like most of the characters that appear in non-devils, the original, like this beta copy, is they're going to cross over into the regular book, and there's going to be 9 books of the new Non-Devils series, and it's gonna be, you know, that's going to complete like the whole like the whole epic story of Non-Devils.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
But they're going to be thick books, dude. They're going to be like almost 100 pages each.
Dude, that's exciting, man. Yeah. And you know, Brian's I think the perfect person for this, because he is like a research machine, you know.
Yeah, he is.
He's very well read, and if he doesn't know something, he's gonna find it out through reading something else that he hasn't yet, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see him doing a different genre and diving into something else, because I read Six Gun Gorilla. That was awesome series. You know, I can't wait to get the new one with you drawing it on there, and even like this. Just like you were saying, like the tech you really wanted to go out there with, like this ship is crazy. It's got.
Well, I was thinking like the Non-Devils flagship. It just couldn't be an airship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It had to be this big satanic cathedral built on top of an airship. You know what I'm saying? So
crazy.
And I want to do something that was very, very heavy metal oriented. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking straight the fuck out, like fucking Satanism, nudity, you know, fucking gore.
Yeah,
all this kind of stuff. I'm not satanic. I just want everybody to know that. Like, I don't subscribe to any type of religion, because I think that clouds your judgment when you finally do start doing, you know, when you work on anything. And the only thing I subscribe to is like Buddhism, as far as like a practice, not a religion. Yeah,
I subscribe to boobism. You know,
boobism. I do boobism too.
Yeah,
you know, boobism and Buddhism. TNAism is what
everybody loves this this stuff, man. What they're seeing here, and I mean, if you guys love this stuff, Preston's stuff he's doing now is insanity compared to this too.
Yeah, all of that's old. That's another thing too. Like, I couldn't just continue with that. Like, add on to what I had already, because the artwork is so old. You know what I'm saying? Like, my style's changed immensely since then, and the cover sold to Non-Devils. Now, each one of those sketches that you're looking at right there was supposed to be a future cover for the preceding issues. Okay. But, you know, because I dropped the ball on it. They're now just concept sketches, and all those characters are going to be carried over into the new Non-Devils series too. So, you know, and those sketches are still available. I think they're at $250 tier. The cover for Non-Devils sold the other day.
Oh, beautiful.
And this is also the last chance to get your hands on Rockabilly Road Trip. Like, Rockabilly Road Trip's going to be not available after all this is said.
Right, yeah. You guys could pick up the perk here with the Rockabilly Road Trip 1, or the double pack. With what does the trade come with? So this is the trade paperback, and
you can get the single issue of the brand new Rockabilly Road Trip book,
right,
with the digital trade, or you can get the physical trade and the physical Rockabilly Road Trip brand new issue 1. Now, the trade is 150 pages, so it's a really thick book, and that chronicles everything we did from 2006 to present. Well, no, everything we did from 2006 to 2014, I think. And then the new issue is the one with patches with the Rosita Riveter, you know, type of.
Oh, yeah. Right. The flex right there.
When's the next Non-Devils? The next Doc Salem. That's coming up. I have to put pen to paper on that and write the script out, and then have somebody edit it. That was one of my big flaws. With the, I might have 2 different editors, one to edit the script and one to edit the book, you know, just to kind of, you know, have all my bases covered.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if anything, like a proofreading editor, which, what would they call that? I did it with Magic Cop 1 for our reprint. Steve Dodd did that for us, and he caught a lot of stuff, and, you know, people that are getting the reprint are getting, you know, new letters on there that are updated and stuff, as well as the new cover. But yeah, I think that's a good idea. So you know,
I've gotten a few offers too. Like, there's a bunch of people that want to edit the book, and so honestly, I jumped the gun on releasing Doc Salem because it was late and it was late because of COVID. It was late because the colorist. It was late, and I was anxious to get it out. And I knew, like, I'm not that stupid to put out a book that's unedited.
Yeah.
But I did it. I did it anyway. Because I really wanted the motherfucker out. I was like, no, this is good, you know? And I think it was still a hit, like, because it was so well received. Like, everybody still liked it, you know, even though it desperately needed an editor, you know? And so I'm definitely proud of it. I mean, there's some coloring issues, and that's like dealing with that colorist is one of the reasons why I've decided to paint like any book I put out from here on out, because it was just way too much of a hassle. Like, in like keeping on top of him, and you know, like it's like those first few pages were phenomenal, and then it started slowly falling off until it was just bad work. You know?
Well, I think when you started too, you had an inker as well, didn't you? You were working with an inker.
I did, and he dropped out because the pages I was putting out were too complicated, and it was taking him like a day and a half to go ahead and ink a page. And I was like, a day and a half, but you know, and what happened was like he dropped out. He was like, I can't financially do this anymore. I was like, all right. So I took back over to inking duties and just went ahead and put the book out. But now I think my pencils are tight enough to go ahead and just ink to color over the pencils, you know. So I think.
I love that stuff. You know, what you're doing on
I think it's got a strong like Bisley Silvestri type of feel to it, because you know, I think Silvestri. Honestly, does Silvestri ink his work, or is it just really dark pencil?
I don't know about his new stuff, like the stuff I saw him doing recently. It looks, I know what you're saying, like it has that scratchy feel to it. So I'm not sure, but you definitely have, like when I see something, you're someone in comics right now that has a specific style, like the stuff you're putting out now. I could look at it and be like, oh yeah, Preston did that. That's awesome. Even down to like the covers that you're putting out for other campaigns. You even have like a signature, you know, cover style.
Oh, that's cool.
Or pinup style, where it's like the you know, weighted character in the middle, and then just this, you know, scene behind them, where it's like, yeah, that Preston did that. You know, when you look at the Mavericks cover,
that's cool. I like that.
All the other no, dude. And that's what, you know, shows experience from an artist, I think, which is
honestly, it's just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And just watching your piece. You like doing layouts I don't think it's really that difficult. I mean, one of the flaws I know I have is I never take in consideration the logo. You know what I'm saying? Like where the logo is going to fall. I'm always just like, fuck it, they don't need a logo. just do it. But that's like I should take in consideration a logo. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a pretty important part of a book is the title.
For sure.
But, I'm trying to do that. Like now I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to like remember, like, all right, I got to put the Magic Cop logo, you know, somewhere on this. Like they just can't have no logo. That's just not, people don't do that. But
we got like 15 people in the chat. If you guys are just tuning in, we're taking a look at Nine Devils. This was going to be closing soon. Some awesome work from Preston, and this is kind of setting up, you know, getting the audience familiar to a future Nine Devils book that you're going to be putting out. And his newest tier is his featured tier, just the 9D closing commission, where you can get a commission of any character. Is that correct, Preston?
Well, it's got to be a character from Non-Devils. I mean, you could request a cover. I never gave anybody an option with the covers. Yeah, like it was always going to be It was going to be pretty much whatever I felt like doing, and it would include something from Non-Devils, like either one of the Devils, one of the characters. And like I said, that's the same thing with this. You know, it's one of the characters from Non-Devils. And like I said, it's going to be rendered. You know, the rendering isn't going to be color pencil like the covers. The only reason I use color pencils is because nothing else would work on those covers without it either warping or soaking through or just, you know, just being a fucking disaster. So this will be the final product, and this is the sketch. So that's what you're looking at with this commission. So, and it's not that expensive. It's like $200.
Yeah,
You know, you get a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you get the digital copy. You know, you're going to be happy. Let's put it that way. So it's definitely going to be worth it. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that original art is, it's always cool to have that. I love having that physical, tangible art in hands. But
you're well aware, like I don't. There's almost nothing that I sell original, like as far as original art, that's under $300. So,
right.
Like, unless it's a sketch card.
Yeah, and people, I think your stuff sells, man. I mean, the fan base, the audience, the readers respect the amount of time you put into this stuff. Like, we just sold the original painting for the trading card you did for us on Magic Cop, which was awesome, and that went for $800.
That was cool. I like doing that one. That one was badass.
Yeah, it was just so fun.
So I love it with the logo, dude. It worked perfect with the logo. That logo just popped everything together.
Yeah. So, Preston, you're a creator that has many different IPs that you're running with at once. When you're kind of putting stuff out, staggering them. How does that, how does that go into your workload when you're working on one book and that you have
I'm going to start cutting back, like as far like I got to do that 8 pages of testament, and he knows that Jameer knows that's my. I told him, I said, look, just so that we're clear, I'm using your work to practice to get myself to where I'm quick enough to knock out like Devils in a pretty reasonable amount of time, And he was like, no problem, dude. Practice all you want. Here's money. So that's why I'm doing that. Six Gun, I made a promise to Brian, and I have to follow through with it. So I'm finishing up Six Gun, and it's not that many. It's only 24 pages. So after I'm done with Six Gun and done with Testament, I'm not going to be taking on too many projects after that, as far as like long-term, like full books. Yeah. Because I got to knock out, I got to get on Devils, and I got to finish up like Doc Salem, Right. And with Doc Salem, this next issue, I want it to be like a fat issue too. And I don't want to be like, I want you to be able to pick up that issue, and I want you to feel like you just got a piece of 2000 AD or classic heavy metal. So it's going to be, I'm not going to be the only artist doing stuff in there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm so jealous you got that book. Yeah,
be jealous.
And they had, I want it, like there's going to be, I'm going to have a bunch of different stories in there. I'm going to have epilogues, and prologues and shit like that, like concerning Dark Salem, like elaborating on different characters, There's going to be an anthropomorphic like story in there about Duck Salem. I'm also going to do the Strange Tales of Doc Salem, where it actually reprints some of the classic pre-code horror stories, where Doc Salem's like the Crypt Keeper, and he like introduces you to the story and shit like that.
That's fun.
I want it to be a blast. Like when you open this, you like even if one story just you're not really that interested in, you're going to be way interested, and I guarantee you're going to be interested in something in that book, and it's going to be well worth the money you're going to pay. Because here's the deal, like I understand that CG books are expensive, indie books are expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like $20, $25. The problem is I can't find a way to lower that amount. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't find a way to justify the work, the print, and all that stuff, and give it to you for a lower price.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you more. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the way to do it, man. Yeah.
Like 50 pages isn't going to be enough. 52 pages isn't going to be enough in my book anymore. So it's got to be over 80 pages for me to say, okay, now I can charge $20-25 for this book, on a crowdfund, and that's just the way it's going to have to be. Like I said, I can't find a way to lower the price, but I can give you more, and make it worth your money, so that's, you guys are doing it. You guys are doing that with Magic Cop and Lost Pages. Like you guys are, I'm not going to give you a lot of perks. I ain't going to lie to you. Like fucking, I'm not a perks type of guy. The the only perk that you're going to be, well, I'm going to do a Doc Salem bust, and you'll be able to get that or the repaint of the Doc Salem bust where it's dark Salem.
Mm-hmm.
But like as far as like sketch cards and trading cards and bookmarks and stickers, I might do stickers. I'm not sure, only because I want some for my car. Yeah. But like that's it. I'd rather you have a really good book, like a really good book that you want to collect, you want to treasure, and you don't want it to get messed up, and so that's where I'm going with that.
That's the way to do it, man. Yeah, that's awesome. We talked a little bit about this heavy metal stuff earlier, Baz. Yeah, it's whack. It's not what heavy metal is all about.
Yeah, I'm not down with it. I made my comment, so this is bullshit. But there's nothing you can do it because that's what they want. That's why I'm not going to talk about it on my channel too much because I'm like, this is the same shit they pull with Marvel. They want you to start talking about it. They want that fake buzz to make it seem like people are buying it and they're interested in it. When
you just got to show this shit off, man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. When it's actually the exact opposite. People aren't interested in it,
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. But non-devils, buy non-devils.
Yeah. This is you like heavy metal, then get 9 Devils. Oh, and there's a murder happening in Chicago. So sorry about that, everybody. So this is something to replace those nostalgia feelings. This brings back that old kick-ass metal feel, and I can't wait to see the new 9 Devils you're going to be doing in the future that you want to do fully painted interiors on. That's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah, it is going to be crazy. I can't wait to get started on it. Actually, like I'm very interested in seeing how it's going to. I'm with you. I want to see what's going to happen with it. Like I have no clue.
Yeah, I know. Brian's working hard on scripting it and stuff, so that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And everything you're doing, you like I said, you have multiple IPs, Doc Salem, 9 Devils. I know there's other stuff you want to do. You're a very creative guy, and I can't wait to see what's coming out from you in the next couple of years, man. And everybody definitely go subscribe to Preston's channel. What's the name of your channel, Preston?
Doc Salem.
Just
put Doc Salem on there.
Yeah, just
Doc Salem shit or whatever.
Sub to that, and you'll see him, drawing 6-gun gorilla or doing commissions,
painting, whatever. It's all there, dude.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
Phil
comes on the channel sometimes, and we talk. Phil brings the show down a little bit, like he talks dirty shit, and I'm just like, dude, you got to calm down with that.
It's true. I'm a degenerate only on other people's channels.
It's a blast. We have fun.
Yeah. Everybody, check out 9 Devils. When are you closing this campaign up, Preston?
Next week. So I'm probably going to close it up next Friday. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you're going to get anything off of this campaign, whether it be the non-Devil's book or you're going to get, whatever, now's the time to do it before it's too late. Yeah.
If you love original art, guys, this is the tier to pick up. Get that featured perk is going to be the best for you.
And if people should know, like, I try not to do original art perks for campaigns because it takes me so goddamn long to get to them to go ahead and finish them up. But plus it's almost not worth the money to go ahead. But I think it's cool to kind of add in to give people an opportunity to go ahead and get in on it,
and maybe you'll see him, working on it on his channel too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm planning on doing. Like they're going to be live, like just like all 12 of the covers were done live on my channel. Mm-hmm. I'm also going to be doing these if all 9 of them sell, of course, but however many of them sell, I'm going to be doing them live too on the Doc Salem show.
Kick ass. That's sick. Well, before we get out of here, Preston, I'm going to do a little Magic Cop update.
Do it.
We could take off here. So we just got another backer today, which is awesome. Thank you guys. We are past $25,000, which is insane. Magic Cop 2.
You guys killed it, dude.
Thanks.
Totally killed it.
Yeah, it's awesome to see how everything's growing. And we should be shipping this out in July. I did a little update here with some pages from the book, a little chase scene action between the headless hitman and Helly on her broomstick, tackling him off the bike. Got some cool motorcycle action.
Your brother's got some really dynamic panels on there too. I like his panel layout.
On him. Yeah, I love this top one where it's dodging the axe.
Yeah,
super fun.
Nice break in the border.
Yeah, he's having fun with these. Yeah, these were a blast to watch him do. That's like maybe like a 6-page, maybe 4 or 6-page chase scene. That's gonna be.
Oh wow! Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's some cool stuff happening there. And then this another page from the ash can. So
that's not your brother, right there.
No, this is Alan. He did the masquerade story in the Lost pages.
Yeah.
So his layouts are crazy.
That was a pretty good. I think I like this better. I like his Japanese samurai armor. Yeah, I think that's badass.
He was drawing this and he sent me a picture and he's like, dude, why did I make their outfits so complicated? I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's cool. The only way to do that is just lean into it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't even think about how complex it is. Just keep going with it. Yeah.
He's killing. I think he's got 3 pages left on this story. It's a short story in the ash can. So if you guys
did he color it too?
Yeah, he does everything on it.
Nice. I'm digging the colors. Yeah, I like the way he uses his black and he, like that. See, 1, 2, the third panel, where it's bouncing. It actually, there's a lot of depth in that. I think that.
Yeah, with the shadow and stuff. Yeah. It's
no, I mean when a red kind of falls straight into the black, and it pushes the character forward. That's a hard thing to do too. Like red and green naturally like work well with each other, but you always get that Christmas feel. And he did it right though. Like he speckled the green in instead of just using flats of red and green. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. He's it's just so fun working with him. He just takes my scripts to the next level. All this action in this one. And if you guys dig it, then head over and pick up a copy of the ash can. You could add it on or grab it in a perk. And if you do grab it in a perk, it comes with a fold-out poster as well. So check out Magic Cop 2. And then after this, we're going straight into the Lost Pages Volume 2, which is going to focus on the silhouette.
I'm looking forward to that. That sounds like it's going to be fucking amazing.
It's going to be fun. It's getting longer and longer too. I'm finishing up writing the ending, but I'm still getting some pages worked on. Some of the first pages coming in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of action with the silhouette. We're going to see him use his powers to his potential. So it's going to be pretty cool. Lots of shadowy stuff going on in that one. But yeah, let's see. Who Me is in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Matt Fowler, what's up, brother? I'll be seeing you soon. Me, Matt, and I think Eddie are going to be going to a convention soon.
Nice. Which one?
The one in Peoria.
June 25th, I'm going to be in the Jackson, Mississippi Comic-Con. So if anybody who lives in Mississippi, Jackson, whatever, head on out there. And I'll see you. I'll see you up there. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess it's called QuadCon. It's in Peoria. So
that's awesome. I'm so happy they're opening that back up again.
Dude, this whole weekend, I'm in Illinois, so they've been having mask restrictions for a long time. Now everybody's like dropping them. So I went to eat and had went karaoke with my girlfriend and didn't wear a mask the whole time.
Well, the southern states, like I know up here in Louisiana, Florida, Texas, and Mississippi, they did away with that mandatory mask mandate like a month ago. And I guess the rest of the states were like, well, if they're not wearing them.
I don't know. I ain't complaining though. It's pretty cool. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on and talking about Nine Devils. I can't wait to see the future stuff you're putting out here.
Oh, definitely, dude. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it.
Yeah, I can't wait. So everybody, check this campaign out, and we'll see you. Today's Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with an update video for the channel and the Hardline stream at 9 p.m. Central, 10 Eastern. And thanks for coming in. Hit that like button on your way out, everybody. We'll see you later.